almost Halloween, so we thought we'd do a little Halloween entrance. Those guys kind of serenaded us in to the video today. Anyway, back in my yard, not at the bay, not at the lake, at this beautiful place I call home. So let's get together and let's have a lot to talk about today. So we're going to get our Cosmic Thrust Oil. And remember how last week I told you I didn't have a stopper in it? Yeah, that did not work out really well. I guess the campground got really a lot of Cosmic Thrust because it spilled all over. Anyway, so use the dropper. It comes out slow. It's the heat from your hand, by the way, the top of your hand. You let that drop just come out from the heat of your hand, okay? A lot of people wonder how to get it out of there. You just let gravity do it. Rub your hands together. Remember, we're doing this together, whether you have it or not, whether you're with me now or not, it doesn't matter when. Just love that energy. Cup your hands together. Good. And then bring it into your aura. Cup your hands together. Deep breath in. I guess I just wanted a lot of that today. Okay, that's fine. We're going to put out a new product with the Cosmic Thrust next week, so stay tuned on that. I'm excited about that. It's going to be good for today's times. So, today's word is clarity. Clarity. Okay, and then they were quick to say that we don't mean clarity like when you're having a cup of coffee and now you think you have all of the answers and all of the world should listen to what you have to say. That kind of feeling, and one might call it a feeling of clarity, is in your mind. It's in the mind. So it's actually your brain snapping on, and that's good because a cup of coffee is good because we get through the day and we get things done, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, that kind of clarity is not what they are talking about. The clarity that they're talking about is a knowingness, and that comes from the heart. So the heart tells you what is clearly so. Because clarity is more of knowing. Clarity is that knowledge, that expansion of your being that is coming from higher realms. When we talk about how we want to bring ourselves to that vibrating place of all of existence and no existence. And that's where we want to get our knowledge. When people meditate for prolonged periods of times, their frontal lobes actually are bigger. And they actually get larger, and they are able to draw down information. I call it grokking. You're able to grok information about a topic you don't know anything about. It's really kind of fun. But you just grok down this information because you're now connected to a higher vibration of consciousness. You're connected now beyond the level of the mind. It's beyond the mind. It's beyond your intellect. So clarity is beyond the mind and beyond the intellect. That is what they are promoting today, that we work on within ourselves. Now, how do you get clarity? You get clarity by learning to come from your heart, not your mind. So when you have that cup of coffee, which is not a bad thing. I like tea. I like coffee too, but I'm more of a tea snob. And so you bring that energy down into your heart. So you always want your words to come from your heart, not from the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If you're doing that, then you're not in your heart, because that j-j-j-j-j is your mind, your brain, not your heart. Your heart is calm, even, and knowing. And that's what you want. So a lot of people who think they know are coming from the mind and the intellect. And a lot of times they bypass the heart Because the mind, the ego, goes, I got this, right? They think, I got this. I know what I'm talking about, right? I'm a great whatever, you know. I've studied blah, 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 blah. Studying is good. However, we need to bring that study, that knowledge, into the heart. When you bring that understanding, that knowledge into your heart, you expand it into understanding. You expand that intellect into the heart, and it expands enormously. And you affect the collective consciousness from your heart, not as much from your brain. So in this time, where things are very chaotic and very confusing, it's extremely important that we learn to come from clarity. Because from clarity, you're going to know if something's propaganda. From clarity, you're going to know if this is bolonky, right? Coming at you from whatever direction it's coming at you from. You're going to know that something isn't true. And you're going to equally know when something is true. When you know something is really true, you feel it in your heart. You never feel it in your mind, right? So this is what we want to work out. So we really focus and concentrate on being that light seed, being that force of energy, that light, and then projecting from your heart. So when we bring that light in, you know, every week I talk about bringing it in so that we can project out our hearts. And that's what we want to do, so that we come from clarity, because that clarity is what we need. There is so much BS being thrown at us 24 hours a day, whether it's a product or a politician or doodah. Everything, everywhere, you know, it's all me, 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 me. You have to turn that off. The only way to get clarity is to be able to turn off all that chatter. Because the mind actually likes the chatter, the heart does not. So you want to turn that off. Mine gets tired, actually. It gets kind of exhausted after having too much coffee, right? So you want to bring it into your heart. So let's focus on this as we do our meditation today. So you're going to bring the energy in from the crown. All right. Sorry, that was a little side note. Bring it in from the crown, right? So that's a golden, ooey gooey, golden honey light that just sticks to you, right? And encompasses your whole being as you bring it down into your body. So make sure you get it into your eyes and your nose and your throat. And if you're experiencing change of climate, we went from 103 degrees, like maybe 5 or 7 days ago, I'm not sure which, to the high today is 60 and the low was 42 last night. Now, any of you who know me, I'm not a happy camper in the cold. I like the heat. So, here I am in the chilly weather that we didn't even have fall. We just went to winter. So that's our winter. So, once again, bring that gold light in from the crown. And just feel that energy, and that's the energy, the strength of the Father that comes from the source and comes down into your body. You want to fill your ears, your eyes, your nose, your throat, and let that light fill every part of you. Because if you're having the feelings that we sometimes get physically from change of season, that gold light will help you with that. And bring it on down and now into your heart. Remember, this is where we're going to go projecting out into the collective consciousness, into your solar plexus, so that everybody else is quiet. All that outside noise is quiet, so that all you hear is your heart. All you hear is that divine talking to you. That's what you want to hear. So that we fill up, and then we fill it into your Tantian, which is your reservoir of energy. It allows you to keep that energy and keep going down into your hips, into your thighs and your knees, calves, ankles. Feel your ankles. A lot of us are having trouble with feet and ankles. I've had a lot of people, and I think the election is making a lot of people uncertain. And then out the feet and into the earth to the mother. And the mother says, howdy doody. So good to see you. And you grab right onto that grid system, which is her chakra system, her energy field, the earth's energy field. And now you suck that energy in. And you bring it all the way up the back of your spine, back out the top of your head, and back to source. And then you bring the father energy down the front, all the way down, through your body, out your feet, and into the grid. And there you are, the little Johnny Lightsey that you are, shining, shining the entire earth, the planet, as you light up yourself. And you bring the energy of the mother back up, and it comes right up out the top of your head. And watch the waterfall out to your aura. And remember, we like to wear these light cocoons. We call this the shield, or the empathic shield. And we wear it on the first aura, and the second, and the third, and the fourth. Remember that heart aura and the third aura, both. Lots and lots of energy, lots of juice. We call this light juice. And then the throat, and the third eye, and the crown aura. And now you're in this cocoon of this yummy golden light. And this is the light, the juice, that gives you stamina, and it helps other people as well on the journey of life on earth, which is not an easy one, but it's a good one. And now we walk tethered heaven and earth and in our light cocoon. And now, whenever we speak, we bring that energy down and out our throat and our heart, so that what we say is coming from love, coming from clarity. And we go bring it through our eyes and our ears, so that all that we see and all that we hear, we filter with clarity through that light, so that we can be clear light beings, so that we can reflect that clarity in light. And this is our job. This is where we are now. So our job is to bring the light to this world, to bring humanity together, to bring love into the world, into the consciousness of the human race, so that we can love one another and be unified in that love. And this is the clarity we seek to do this. And we can do it. We're doing good, right? So I want you to practice being mindful of clarity coming from your heart all week, while you speak. When you see something that's wrong. Stuff's wrong, but don't judge it. Go, nix, nix, no, no, bye-bye. Right? Not judging it, just knowing it for what it is. That's all you do. And then you come back to your heart and to clarity. So, I guess I'm going to do another video on Election Day. That will be doggone fun. Anyway, everybody have fun and enjoy being the light. It is our honor and your honor to be here in the light. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you to like me and subscribe and all that stuff because of YouTube. All right, love you, bye.